Hi, I'm Eric Summerer, and here's what's coming from the Dice Tower this week.
Hey, Tom Vasel here with the news for May 7th to the 13th, 2012. In the board game industry, we are seeing some new games coming out. First of all, an expansion for Rune Age from Fantasy Flight, about time, called Oath and Anvil. 2 new factions, new units for existing factions, and new scenarios. Yes, that game really needed an expansion. For the iOS, Playdeck has finally announced Summoner Wars is coming out in June. Hooray! And also, the news expansion for Ascension should be out any day now. Yggdrasil has their version out on the iOS, so you can check that out. But let's talk about regular board games. Z-Man has announced Africana. And WizKids has announced an expansion for Fleet Captains. You can see it's kind of blurry here. What faction is going to be coming out? Well, they've left us some pretty big clues. It's pretty obvious. And we're also seeing Basket Mind coming out. So take a look at these new games. On the Dice Tower video front, Ryan Metzler will be putting out several reviews. Also, the Chief is going to be reviewing Medici. And Beth will be taking a look at Last Will. I didn't get out as many reviews last week as I had planned to, so I'll make up for that with some big ones this week, hopefully. The new edition of Wallenstein. Miskatonic, School for Girls, very successful game on Kickstarter. Catan Jr., Catan for the little ones. Takinoko, Pandas Eating Bamboo. A look back at the past of a betting game, Manila. The big baddie of all games, the one everyone's been talking about these days, Eclipse. Hot Euro game, Hawaii. And I'll also be taking a look at Last Will. Also several previews this week. On the Dice Tower Network front, we will be releasing episode 255, where we go through some new questions, review Shootout, Nefarious, and Catan Jr., and we'll be talking about our favorite gaming partner. On Board Games has released episode 80, talking about Is That the End? Not of their podcast, but endings of board games. You can support the Dice Tower at Dicetower.com, and you can get custom Dice Towers cards for Summoner Wars from Plaid Hat Games, and cards for Eminent Domain from Tasty Minstrel. Thank you to both of them. Also, I'm going to have a whole list of games that I'm getting rid of. I need extra space. Tons of games. If you donate, go to our website, Dicetower.com, for a list of those games. We'd like to thank Game Salute for sponsoring the Dice Tower. They have some new games coming out this week on Kickstarter. Impact City Roller Derby, Goblin's Drool, Fury's Rule, Serpent Stones, and Kaiju City. So look out for those. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching the Dice Tower.
Find all this and more at Dicetower.com. See you soon.